Welcome, everyone. In the military world, timing is everything. The United States Air Force is at a critical crossroads, where every decision it makes could determine the fate of its future air dominance. The Next Generation Air Dominance NGAD program is key to ensuring the U.S. remains at the top of the Air Force, especially in the face of the growing threat from China. There are growing concerns about the cost, concept, and engineering of NGAD. Air Force Secretary Frank Kendall has even suggested that the Air Force is making compromises that could prove fatal. The entire next-generation military plan, including the B-21 bomber, upgraded tanker, and F-35, hinges on the assumption that the sixth-generation fighter will be fielded in the 2030s. Delaying or restructuring this program could jeopardize joint air dominance. Imagine a worst-case scenario dubbed Hellscape by Indopacom, in which China deploys a vast array of unmanned systems to defend the Western Pacific. In this scenario, drones like CCAS collaborative combat aircraft would use their secure data links to each other to create a web of targeting and tracking information that would fool China and its radio frequency spectrum jamming. However, there is a major dilemma. Increased reliance on CCAS could diminish the role of other Blue or Allied Force elements, such as NGAD aircraft. This could encourage planners to use NGAE aircraft against fewer targets, so that during war games, NGAD aircraft would appear to contribute less to the overall outcome of the campaign. Without NGAD, operational risks multiply. For example, the Air Force has not stated that CCAS without NGAD can conduct all the repeated penetration strikes necessary for some targets. Targets deep in the enemy's interior may require repeated restrikes, whether it's a space launch site on Hainan Island, China's 5 land-based laser weapon bases, or some threat lurking in the mountains of North Korea or Iran. With the China-Russia-Iran-North Korea alliance tightening, the Air Force may have to fight in 2 or more places at once or for longer than expected. Recent wars have dragged on far longer than planned in Iraq, Afghanistan, Kosovo, not to mention Ukraine and Gaza. If that happens in the Taiwan Strait, the U.S. could find itself back to the future with requirements to reduce defenses and gain access so that joint forces can win longer battles. The NGAD aircraft could be invaluable as the wars drag on. Failure to award the NGAD in a timely manner would surprise and disappoint a talented aerospace workforce and hurt the companies that have built anticipation around the award. Senior Air Force leaders have repeatedly said that the service is out of step with its times, that the China-Russia-Iran threat is here, now. That means now is not the time to change the design. The Air Force and Congress have a lot to consider, but this is not the time to take a chance on NGAD. Watch this video to understand why NGAD is key to the future of U.S. air dominance and how this decision could determine the fate of our national security. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to get the latest on military technology and defense strategy.